What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny. Back in here with one more reaction video. And we got a good one today from my homie Charleston White. And when I say, man, his voice is extremely needed. It reminds me of my dad and my grandpa. But I know I grew up with them in my family. But the masses of the world never got to hear a man speak his truth outside of Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. But I said the minute we lost Kevin, I said Charleston White up next. He going to be really the guy who shakes up the culture in a really positive way. And in this video, Charleston is speaking about some comments that Kodak Black made, where Kodak Black said rappers who don't go back to the hood are scared. Now, I have my own thoughts of that, but we're going to listen to what Charleston has to say about it, and then I'm going to just drop my little 2 cents here and there. And then you can let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think rappers are scared if they don't go back to the hood? And all that? We'll dive into it after we get the video going.
Kodak Black, he recently just said it and it went viral this past weekend. He says any rapper or celebrity who doesn't go back to the hood is scared. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree. A prophet is not welcome in his own hometown. That's a scripture that I was told. Why would you go back somewhere where they hoping you fall? They wishing you fail. Why would you go back somewhere where they constantly want to remind you of who you used to be? Man,
And isn't the whole point to make it out the hood? Like, if the goal is to make it out, why would you go back? I never understood that narrative and why it was only through at rappers and black athletes and black entertainers. Just something that was on my mind. Now, I don't know if they do that for white people who grow up in a trailer park. Like, hey, you made it out the trailer park, you better come back and show love. I've never heard that narrative before.
I remember when you used to, yeah, man, all right, say, nephew, boy, you done got rich now. You done forgot about it, man. Boy, say, boy, you done got up there. Why would you want to go back to that? The place where you from, always remember places where you from. Y'all don't clap for the niggas where they from to get them where they going. The people where you from, they don't clap for you to help you get to where you trying to go. So once you get to where you trying to go, why the fuck you need to go back there so your wings could get clipped?
Man, look here. My biggest support did not come from my homies I grew up with. Love them to death, but when I started saying what I was going to do in my life and I started speaking about my goals and my dreams, they all laughed at me. They all tried to pull me back down. But then when they saw me in the Royals commercial working with Nike and they saw me in that movie on Netflix, then it was, hey, Johnny, bro, what's up? How you doing? You was my dog. No. Stay on that side. And if you're watching this video, man, if you have anybody in your life, anybody that's a negative person that downs your dreams, disconnect from them immediately. Go on your phone right now and block their number. We don't have any room for negativity in our life. Tunnel vision, chase your dreams, chase your goals, and then they'll be telling everybody how they knew you 10 years ago.
Them people back there feel like you owe them something and they ain't done nothing for you. So now don't let a young-minded young man distort the path of progress. You help as you grow. You help as you cross paths, but you don't have to retract where you from and go help where you from. You're not obligated.
Big facts. Like, I haven't went backwards in life at all. Right now, I'm currently hosting a basketball camp on 40th and Wayne. And my mom had a house on 41st in Virginia on Section 8 when I was a kid. So I'm back in the area just giving back to the kids who grew up where I grew up at. And my camp is for kids 9 to 15 years old, boys and girls. But the 16 and 17-year-olds, they sitting on the side smoking weed, cussing every other word, nigga this, nigga that, talking about the girls they sleep with in high school. That's the reason that you can't go back, because you can't save everybody. So I'm back in my old hood doing what I can for the kids ages 19 to 15. But I don't recommend this. I'd literally be standing there saying, hey, I hope we can get through this hour and a half with nobody riding down the street shooting. That's the reality. I don't know why somebody worth millions and millions of dollars would think it's cool to go back into an environment where you could lose your life. If I'm not mistaken, all of the biggest rappers, die in their hometown. Outside of Mac Dre, he died here in Kansas City on 71 Highway. But Fat Tone ended up passing in Vegas, so right back ain't cheating.
Because they didn't help you get here, homie. Now, if they help you got here, God damn it, you got to go back. The teacher that was in school that told you you was this and it brought it out of you, you got to go back.
Shout out Miss Stevenson. I was in the 6th grade, and she pulled me to the side and she said, Johnny, I'm going to tell you something. You don't have to be like the rest of these boys. At that time, I had no idea what she was talking about. But now when I look around and half my friends are dead or half my friends in jail, man, I wish I could go back and ask her what she saw in me. Basketball coach, Coach Charlie Monaco. He was one of the coaches that really made me believe in my talent and how great I could be. It's been a few people throughout my life that have really sparked my greatness and let me know that you got genius inside of you. And that's why I'm on the internet sharing that to the world. Everybody who watches this video, there is genius inside of you. There is $1 million idea inside of your head right now. That if you sit and you think and you brainstorm, you can come up with an idea that sets you for the rest of your life. Faith, consistency, and hard work, and everything is possible. We are all greatness.
The football coach, the little league organizations, you got to go get back to them if you play little league football. If you play middle school basketball, you got to go to that school and say, man, I went here and blessed that. That's what you're obligated to go back along the path that you've taken. But your neighborhood, no, most of them talked about your mama. No, most of them said you wasn't gonna be nothing.
Real life.
So why would you go back and sit at their feet? They were used as your footstools, as your stepping stones. They've already played their part, so you don't have to go back.
Big facts.
Yeah, I see a lot of rappers that, I mean, Kodak said it, but a lot of rappers, they preach that on the daily that, you know, you're not good in your hood, or it's just this daily reminder that your hometown, wherever you're from.
Yeah, you hang out in your hood, and then all of a sudden, an Eric Holder roll up and take your life because you say he a snitch. I don't think it's worth it. I think if you was able to ask Nipsey Hussle right now, hey, do you think it's a good idea to hang out on Crenshaw and Slauson? He'd be like, you know what? We're going to be there, but we're going to always have armed security. That's the reality of it.
You got to go back there from time to time.
Well, it's like that's the process of bondage. There's nothing good where you come from. So why do I have to come back to where there's nothing good at? Just to come check in and do what? Prove to you that I'm still willing to fail by being here with you guys? Prove to you that I'm willing to die? Risking one of you niggas robbing me because I'm a good lick?
When I drove my red and yellow Monty and I had rims on it, I seen my boy Darius. And he said, damn, Johnny, I didn't know that was your car. I thought about robbing you. And I said, what? He said, well, I wouldn't rob you now because I know it's your car, bro. But when I just seen it driving down Prospect, I was like, damn, whoever drive that got some money. Now, that's somebody that I grew up with that looks at me that way. But it's a bunch of other little boys hanging out on 33rd and 12th Street that claim Click Clack and TSG and all that. They'll take your life and smile about it on Instagram.
When I come here, everybody's go play on me. When I come here, everybody wants something from me.
Yep.
If I fall and have to come back here, they go shit on me. So why in the hood, after I make it out, I got to come back and prove I'm good? I was good enough to make it out, nigga. Now you show me you good enough to meet me out here.
Man, real life.
Why I got to come back down here? Matter of fact, let me bring y'all up here, homie. Let me bring y'all out the hood up here so y'all can see what it look like up here. Why do I have to come back so I can show y'all I'm good in the hood?
And as a kid who grew up in a homeless shelter and spent his whole life on Section 8, hey, man, getting out the hood is like traveling to another country. When you get to see how beautiful places are within America, when you get to see how good some tap water tastes within America, you be shocked of the environment that we've been restricted to our whole life. I say everyone has to step outside of where they come from. That hood mindset got to go, especially if you want to flourish or become the best version of yourself. Elevate. A book that I challenge everybody to read is 3 Magic Words by U.S. Anderson, and also The Miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson. They'll really change your perspective on this thing called life that we live in today.
When y'all ain't good in the hood, y'all struggling. You still mad at niggas that done something 20 years ago to you. So now, fam, that's where they tricking us at. I was talking to I met a Hispanic guy. And he said, man, we got to go back to California, man, and check in. If not, we get DP'd. We can't stay gone long. Homie, you move away, get a family, do good. I got to come back and check. When do the hood let me go? When do this motherfucking shit let me go, my nigga? When I grow up, I find a wife, I have kids, I get a job. Can I go now? Am I still beholden to the street rules?
Man.
Homie, somebody broke into my car. I can't call the police. And I know who done it. I can't get my insurance. They want to know if I got a police report, homie. I can't call the police. Man, they said you called a cop, man. Homie, I couldn't have got me insurance. My daughter was raped. And they said she was at this party over here. I gotta go kill them niggas, homie. I can't let the law do their job so I can make sure my daughter's okay, get her the counseling she needs so I can stay here and help her heal this pain, or do I have to go kill them niggas and leave my daughter out here with the pain? But I get to be a daddy from prison though. I can write her letters. When do the hood let the black boy go from the rules, the codes, the ethics? That's bondage.
And that's why, when I say I'm so grateful for my father, because I never had to deal with any of that. My daddy was my boss. If I walked to the basketball court, my daddy was there every hour to make sure I was really at the court hooping. When I used to be across the street at Booby them house and they was all about to go shoot or get into some fights with somebody, I walked my tail back home. Because my parent, man, I always say I was never scared of the cops, dog. I was scared of my father. And not scared like he was going to abuse me, but I wanted to impress him. I never wanted to disappoint my father, ever. My first basketball team, out of the 14-man roster, 9 of the players are dead, 3 are in jail, and then you got myself. I was the only one that had a father. The house across the street, like I said, my homie Booby stayed across the street. His stepdaddy name was Leroy. Leroy shot Yellow Boy, whose name was Nate, on my front porch. So I was around this violence my whole life. I don't understand why it's glorified. I don't know who thinks it's cool. But I hope at a point we start to view human life as something valuable, especially when we say Black Lives Matter, but that leading cause of death between black men ages 16 to 44 is homicide. We have to be the change we wish to see in this world. And if more children have fathers, there's a whole domino effect of opening that door why so many young kids are growing out with dads. But man, that's the key to changing this cycle, is a young boy having a man to look up to, not a gang, not an OG, but a man.
That's a chain on my neck. I can only go so far because I got to go check back. So I asked these niggas, homie, when do I get to grow up? When do I get to be a regular man? When do I get to bow my knees before God and say, God, I want to just serve you. I want to be right with you, God. I don't want to meet these men's rules no more. Do I have to abandon the hood? Am I always bound to the hood? Am I always bound to these street rules? How do I get free so I can free my family?
Man, that was deep.
I don't know, homie. How do we get free?
I say it's a spiritual battle that we in. Humans are in a deep spiritual battle. I keep saying we don't have a skin problem, we have a sin problem. And it's dope that Charleston referenced God, because you don't hear about God anymore, especially within the black community. But you got to have some faith in some higher power that you can escape your situation no matter where you come from. Poverty, violence, domestic violence. It is meant for you to be great. Like think about this for my individuals who really come from the bottom of the bottom. Do you know how good it's going to feel when you get to the top and you can look back at everything you've overcame? You're going to be dummy proud of yourself. But as Winston Churchill said, if you stop and throw stones at every barking dog, you'll never make it to your destination. So don't look backwards. As Charles said, you ain't got to go back to the hood to prove your worth, to prove your value. Just keep grinding, and the world will recognize your greatness. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you think below. Should you go back to the hood? Or should you become so great that the hood has to meet you on your level? Let me know what y'all think. Until next time, we out.